To another edition of Commando Gaming's presentation of BattleTech Advanced, brought to you by Commando Gaming Strategic Gaming, brought to you live on twitch.tv at Commando Gaming 1. I want to thank you for joining us and looking forward to a nice stream this morning. Let me make one little tweak to the camera. There we go. That's better. Let's get into this fight, shall we? So we've got, we had to wait some time for repairs. Sorry I couldn't finish the stream yesterday. Had something I had to do, but gave us some time to do some repairs. So let's jump into a mission. We got a recovery mission. We've got a backyard barbecue. Stealing is best form of flattery. Logistical breakdown. Lots of ambush convoy missions for some reason. Let's go with the raiding party here. Start things out. I like to start out with battles, because it gives you the most flexibility. Alright, let's take a Ryan, 2 Hunchbacks, Firestarter, and a Cyclone. That should be a good combination. And let's jump into it. Excited to have some good time to stream with everybody. It's a little cold in here. While this is loading, give me 1 second. I'm going to turn on the heater so it'll be warm in an hour or so. Usually not sensitive to the cold, but it is cold today. But that's okay, because it's going to get warm in our cockpits right now.
Command interface initiated.
All right. You might recognize this. We didn't finish this last mission that we did yesterday, and my computer crashed.
Now this is exotic, right?
Before I could get back to it. So that's fine. We're gonna reconsidered our situation. We gave ourselves a little bit more time for some repairs. So we can go with a heavier lance this time. Since we got jumped by a pretty sizable force.
Copy that, Commander. Moving to position.
It looks like we have a lot less to travel than the last time. Much shorter distance to travel than last time we tried this mission. How's everybody doing this morning? Say hello in chat. Please get involved in the chat. We also have our Discord, so please check that out. And the big event today is we're going to have some more PvP, vanilla BattleTech skirmish mode. Very popular yesterday, or last week, so we're going to do it again this week. IMG and myself are going to play, and then we're hoping we can get some other people in the mix. Ha ha ha! Hey Thomas, good to see you again. Alright, we got enemy force coming in. Let's see. Alright, let's get vision. Always good to see you again. Thomas, something you'll be interested in, hopefully, tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern Time in the United States. I don't know if you'll be available, but we're going to be playing Vanilla Battletech Skirmish Mode. We take 2 people, we match them up in Vanilla Battletech Skirmish Mode, and see what kind of fun we can have with that. Alright, we got a quick draw here. Not my favorite salvage, but let's see. Let's use our Cyclone to get some more vision. See what else we could be up against here. We've got a unknown mech, a quick draw, and a Marauder. Ooh, that is the king of the ball right now. Oh, no, I'm not suggesting that you play with us, Thomas, at least not this week. It's going to be head-to-head, myself and another streamer, IMG. Just wanted to see if you'd be interested in watching us play PvP at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We usually get a pretty good crowd of people. And it's kind of like Battletech. It reminds me a lot of tabletop because we are very deliberate. We have to use a lot of strategy and thinking outside the box to make it a successful challenge. So we're looking forward to it. We do it on a weekly basis now. We just started last week. We're going to do it this week, and then hopefully next week we'd like to start a rotation of having some people join us for the challenge. Get some other people involved in playing with us. That depends on family time. No problem. Well, I just wanted to put it out there, Thomas. It's 6 p.m. Eastern Time if you're interested. Come check it out. It's usually a lot of fun, and we usually get a sizable portion of our community to show up. It's always a fun adventure to try to remember how to play vanilla Battletech after you've been playing Battletech Advanced. So it's kind of like you have to switch your brain to the different rules and strategies that work well in vanilla Battletech. How's your playthrough going? Do you have any questions? Anything I can do that would be helpful? Hopefully you're enjoying it. Oh, there's at least 2 mechs that I want to get out of this mission. The Hectodores here and the Marauders, definitely something I would like to get some pieces of.
Well, I can see why people enjoy this line of work.
We're definitely, I would consider us to be out-tunned, a little outgunned, so we're going to have to use our strategy here. So we got the Oh, we got a guillotine too. Oh my goodness. This is definitely one heck of a enemy force that we're up against here. Alright, let's use the heavy flamer on the quick draw. And get a tag on him.
I hear ya.
Alright, we're going to have to push. Running the Draconis Combine Flashpoint with the captured tech. Oh, that's a good one. Hey, Goggles. Good to see ya. Hope you're enjoying your playthrough as well. We got 3 hours to play today, so I'm excited to get in some good casual streaming. And then tonight, we're going to be back at 6 p.m. Eastern Time in the U.S. for some PvP. Skirmish mode. Goggles, I'm hoping you might be interested in competing next week. We'd like to get some viewers to get involved in some of these skirmish challenges on a weekly basis. We think that would be a lot of fun. Alright, let's keep working on the mechs that we've already done damage to on the right side. Ah ha ha ha, what does that mean? You actually have an advantage over us because you actually have more recent experience with regular Battletech, so
I'm on it.
alright, that's fine. Please consider it.
What are your orders, Skipper?
Yeah, what we do and what we'll do ahead of time, so if anybody plays with us next week, you know, what we're going to do is we're going to set up the rules well in advance. So you'll have a full week to kind of think about what you want to do, what you want to strategize. It's probably going to be a similar format. So maybe you'll do 2 battles against either myself or IMG, where you'll do perhaps lights and then mediums.
Let's make some bad decisions at high speed.
Nice! Thomas got a ammo explosion on an enemy enforcer. Yeah, that's always nice. Those enforcers are tough, but they're packed with a lot of AC ammo.
Sober enough to line this up.
Alright, we got a pretty serious enemy lance. We're outgunned here. But we do have numbers, and hopefully we're going to have some superior maneuverability here. Plus, as always, we're going to count on our fire starter, hopefully, to punch above his weight. Ooh, that's not helpful.
Armor breach. Internal damage.
That's not helpful. I mean, we're up against some serious mechs here. Guillotine, a Marauder. This is definitely a higher level mission. So we're going to have to use maneuverability. Alright, the best thing we could do is get the quick draw in close.
Put my weight into it.
See if he can tie up this, or get the fire starter in close on the quick draw. See if he can tie it up, since it's already got a fair amount of damage.
Scored a critical hit.
And also, maybe his buddies will shoot him in the back. His buddies will shoot
Got it.
the quick draw in the back. I've seen that happen many, many, many times. All right, in the meantime, let's take advantage of some rear shots on this Marauder. Maneuvering against the superior force is one of the best ways you can to try to balance
Got a lock
things.
on me. Ready for orders.
We need to push in our heavier mechs,
Confirmed.
so especially the fire starter doesn't get torn apart here before we can help each other here. Teamwork Makes the dream work, right? Alright, let's hit this quick draw with everything we have.
Taking a shot.
He's got a weak center torso. Not quite enough. Oh, he ejected. Good. Alright. 4 parts.
Ready to rock.
Alright, so that was big. Now it's 3 against 5. And as our heavier mechs get into the fray, it's going to be harder for them to focus in on the lights.
10-4.
See if we can beat up this guillotine a little bit at long range, because it's more of a close range brawler.
I'm on the clock. What do you want?
What's everybody up to this weekend, other than BTA, of course?
Decisions and highs.
Hopefully everybody's going to go out, do some fun, something fun. We recently here in Southern California, as of today, or yesterday I should say, they're allowing us to actually eat outside at restaurants again. That's a big deal for us. It's been quite some time since we've been able to eat out at restaurants. So I'm hoping to meet up with some socially distanced friends and share a meal together. To be clear, I have a circle of about 5 friends that I will engage with socially distant. So those are people that I trust are being careful, that I don't expect to do anything too crazy, and are limiting their exposure as well. So, yeah, that's kind of the world we live in now. Ooh, nice. All right, so we can get our fire starter behind the enemy here. Start working on, let's see, which one of these mechs is the biggest energy build? Probably the guillotine's going to have the bigger impact if I overheat him. So let's work on that guillotine. Trying to get him overheated over time.
Waiting on you, Commander. Uh-huh.
I hate to keep hitting this Marauder in the rear because I'd like to get some salvage out of him, but the strategy dictates that we succeed in the battle first before I worry about salvage. So might not get many Marauder parts because I have to keep hitting him in the back. Alright, good. Our mediums are finally here. We can get in brawling range. Let's do precision strike on the Marauder. It's probably the biggest threat. Also would like to get that pilot stressed and to possibly eject. That would be the perfect scenario.
Affirmative, Commander.
Alright, push in our other hunchback. And same thing, we'll keep going after this Marauder. I'm really trying to get him to overheat and or eject. Try to get as many parts of that Marauder as we can. That's a decent Marauder. Then again, any of these mechs would be an improvement. Even the quick draw. Ooh, the guillotine overheated. Very nice. Very, very nice.
All right, let's get down to it.
That's a nice that he overheated. The guillotine's overheated. Shall we go for the head? I think so. Got good hit percent chances on that guillotine. Let's go for the head. So tell me, everybody in the chat, what are you up to this weekend? And what are you up to in your BattleTech adventures? Alright. The guillotine is overheated, so what? Alright, we're going to be aggressive here. I really want to try to get this Marauder pilot to eject.
Roger that.
So let's go in for melee and heat. Goggles, can you do the honor? Really would love that Marauder pilot to freak out and eject.
Good to go.
So with that being said, let's not target the rear of that.
Don't need to tell me twice.
2 swordsmen or 2 hazard parts? I would personally take the hazard parts. The hazard is a really good disabler mech, so you can use it like you would use a fire starter or a grasshopper as a disabler with flame. But the swordsman's kind of a meh mech. But I really do like the hazard. So if you're giving me a choice, I would go for the hazard. For sure. Alright, let's hit the rear of this guillotine. Yeah, I think the hazard's actually going to be more useful for you than the enforcer. I mean, the enforcer kind of is what it is, right? So it's a 50-tonner AC mech. But a hazard, because you can use it as a disabler, you can use that for much longer in your playthrough. So that's why I would be inclined to really go for that hazard. I'd like to put a hazard together myself. Then I could actually replace the fire starters with a hazard as my disabler.
Watch my heat.
All right,
Take
good.
damage.
That Marauder is really freaking out, which is good. Good morning, Skewed One. How are you?
Here we go.
We're playing some more PvP at 6 p.m. tonight, Eastern Time. Hopefully you'll be available.
Power-up detected.
Haha, your first Marauder, huh? Man, I do like the Marauder quite a bit. Especially used as a sniper, a Marauder can be really, really fun. So hopefully, Skewed One, you'll be around this evening. Maybe you can watch us do some of our PvP. I don't think we're going to worry too much about a delay. We're probably going to switch it down to like maybe 60 seconds. So we should be able to handle everything in the chat and have more interaction in the chat that way. Ooh. Who just blew up?
Yes, Commander.
Did the Marauder just blow up? The Marauder overheated and blew up. Let's see if we can get this guillotine overheated again. That's not going to work. We're going to overheat if I do that. Let's do this.
Affirmative. Heat things can't vent fast.
Family time. Is that code for something? Never mind. I don't want to know. I don't want to know if that's code for something skewed one. But yeah, if you can make it, we'd always love to see you. What we'd like to do is make PvP a regular thing, a skewed one. So you would certainly be invited if you would like to play some PvP with us. Try to give one of us a run for their money. It's a completely different style of BattleTech. You know, not only are we using vanilla BattleTech rules, but you know, playing against a human opponent is a much more challenging scenario. Especially in a winner-take-all challenge, where you're not really worried about maintaining your max. It's just about smashing the enemy. It's definitely a very different scenario.
Copy that. Skipper,
All right, we're in a good shape now.
I'm rolling.
We're going to get some decent salvage out of this mission for sure.
See what you got.
Not code. Hey, come on, it's skewed one. We're both old enough. Ooh, 4 salvageable parts out of that guillotine. Oh, wow.
Mission successful.
We're going to have some good salvage choices here. Might need some feedback from the chat about what we should do about salvage. I'm really torn. Gonna have to think about this. Alright, so we got a little bit of money, which is good. Alright, so let's look at damage first. So we got a little bit of damage to a fire starter. Everybody else is in good shape. No injuries. Alright, so we can get 3 pieces of salvage. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm inclined to take the 3 Marauder parts here. Yeah, I like the guillotine, but I think the Marauder parts are our best bang for the buck here. Alright, so we got the guillotine part, we got 3 Marauder parts, we got a large laser, light Gauss, a slave, +2 cooling, not bad salvage. I don't think we have enough parts for a Marauder. I don't think I've killed a Marauder before on this playthrough. Actually, maybe I have. I might have a Marauder part. You know, we all have our own little codes, IMG. Yeah, I mean, a guillotine is an energy build that's also a brawler. And I mean, I think the guillotine is a solid 70 tonner, but I think there are better 70 tonners. So usually, if I put one together, I don't use them for very long because there's usually something else to use. Alright, one day to put our fire starter back together. Do we have something to put together? Do we have a Marauder? No, we do not have enough for a Marauder. Darn it, darn it, darn it. Alright, so back to work. Ooh, incomplete intelligence. That's usually never a good thing. But let's take that. Because the salvage is actually pretty good here. Usually with incomplete intelligence, you end up with a much larger enemy force than you were expecting. So the question is, should I take I think I'm going to take the Huron Warrior instead of... Yeah, I'm going to put goggles in the Huron Warrior because he likes the Huron Warrior. So we'll take the Orion, the Hunchback, the Huron Warrior, a Fire Starter, and the Cyclone. Really liking the Cyclone as a scout. So you guys spent your stream, your channel points on it. So next Friday, so a week from yesterday, will be our Battletech Advanced 12-hour stream. I'm going to take a day off work. Thank you for giving me an excuse to do so. I need to burn some PTO anyways. I'll be doing a lot of the heavy lifting, but IMG will be taking some shifts as well. And we're going to do 12 hours, so it'll be 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. of Battletech Advanced. So it should be a lot of fun. Hopefully a good opportunity for us to find some other people to stream to. So it will be a lot of fun. All right, give me 1 second, guys. I just need to post something. Putting something on Discord. Give me 1 second, guys. Also, just give me 1 second. Hey, Simmons, thank you for joining us. I was just waiting for you before we dropped. I wasn't posting in Discord at all. Alright, incomplete intelligence were tasked with destroying several structures in the target medical warehouse facility. Move to the base and wreck the buildings. Be wary of defenders, additional patrols in the area. That's where the incomplete intelligence comes in. We know that we're going to be seeing some additional enemies. Alright. So we got some turrets. And we got some enemy, at least one enemy mech.
Affirmative, Commander.
And multiple enemy mechs. Alright, so we got, ooh, a grasshopper. Ooh, I love me some grasshopper salvage. Let's get a tag on that grasshopper. Might have to detail our lights to start working on that grasshopper. Yeah, that's probably a good plan. Our mediums and heavies are going to probably have to work on the turrets at the beginning. It's going to be the best bang for our buck here. The best hit percent chances here on that grasshopper. Just trying to get his attention. Maybe try to draw him away from the base. That would be a positive.
Go.
Alright, let's see.
Move into position.
Alright, we're stuck in this ravine. Really got to try to get rid of these turrets here.
Affirmative.
So we can climb out of this ravine and destroy this base and hopefully get some good salvage.
I will.
Already have a grasshopper on the field. That would be amazing salvage right now to get a grasshopper.
On the move. Full speed.
Alright, let's keep working on these turrets. Nice. One turret down. One turret down, folks.
Neutralized.
I'm on the clock. What do you want? All right.
Let's work on another turret. The reason we're targeting these turrets is they actually have a lot of firepower and they're really easy to take off the field.
An attitude adjustment comes.
Sometimes it's really easy for us to focus in on the mechs to fight because those are the juicy targets that give us salvage. But
Facility, they have more than turrets.
if you focus in on the mechs and you let the turrets just tear your armor apart over time,
Well, that looks
you're
like
going to be in a bad position. So my philosophy is always to ooh, a lynx. My philosophy is always to get rid of turrets when possible first, and then go after mechs
Aiming next time.
and
See
vehicles.
what you get.
Because the turrets are so easy to take out because they don't have any evasion, and yet they still have a lot of firepower. So it's a real win-win to target those turrets on these destroy base missions. Ooh, got a wolfhound. That's good salvage too. Yep, turrets are easier to get off the field. Exactly right, Thomas. They might not be as sexy of a target as that grasshopper, for example, but over time, they're going to do more damage. Yeah, we got a lot of enemy forces here. We got a lance of vehicles, at least, and then we have a lance of enemy mechs. And the turrets. So the faster we can get enemies off the board, the better. Worry about salvage when you're not worrying about salvaging your own mechs, if you know what I mean.
Skipper.
Yep, that is a good strategy, Thomas, and I'm going to be doing that. Alright. So we're actually going to use our lights to try to tie up the enemy mechs for a while. This wolfhound is a good target right now. His evasion is not too high. We want to get a tag on him. And wolfhounds are prone to overheating because they're energy builds. So we might as well hit that wolfhound on the way to the grasshopper here. Probably do the same thing again. Oh, actually, our cyclone can actually help on one of these turrets. Alright, so we got a lynx that's overheating already. We've got a grasshopper. We've got a wolfhound that's on the verge of overheating, and another unknown mech. So let's take out this sniper turret. Or work on taking out this sniper turret. Because again, that's a nice, easy target for us to focus on getting off of the map. Every target you take out as quickly as possible. Yep. Turrets can lay waste to your armor. If they don't shoot, they sensor lock like crazy. Yeah, so turrets are really...
Roger that.
The biggest mistake that people make is say, ooh, I'm going to go after these shiny mechs first. Nah. The mechs are going to take a couple rounds to get off the map. Turrets, if you focus down on them, you can get rid of 4 turrets in 2 turns. Alright, that link's overheated. That's great news. And many of these turrets have the firepower of a medium mech. So it just makes sense to get them off the map as quickly as possible. There we go. We've gotten 4 turrets off the map. If we'd focused on one mech, we may have taken one mech off the map.
Look, what do you
So
want?
it's just more efficient for us to do this.
Let's make some bad decisions at high speed.
Alright, we got one more turret. It's an LRM turret. Probably makes sense to get rid of that because it's just going to lure us to death. Alright, here comes the Grasshopper. Okay, so the Grasshopper is a tactical pilot, so he's going to do a lot of sensor locking until he's the only target left. So that's very useful information for us. That Wolfhound's close to overheating now. Yep, he overheated. Ooh, hard hit from a Gauss rifle on our Orion. Should be okay though.
Know who's dumb for having all the armor.
Ouch. They're going after our fire starter. Luckily, he's staying highly evasive. Ow, hard hit on our Orion. From what? That LRM turret, which is why we need to get rid of it. Alright, our fire starter is going to do us the most good against mechs. So let's sprint the fire starter in against the Grasshopper.
Tiger, you and me.
Is it out-tunned? Absolutely. But can the fire starter do more bang for its buck against the Grasshopper? Yes, because we're trying to overheat that Grasshopper.
Good to go.
Alright, now the Cyclone is going to do the same thing. He's going to move in on the Grasshopper. We're basically handing off the Wolfhound to our other mechs so we can focus in on the Grasshopper with our lights.
Roger that.
That also keeps our lights evasive. Oh, we got Irby. Oh boy. Alright. Alright, it's a missile rocket launcher Irby.
I'm losing armor bang.
Fortunately our fire starter has AMS. Ugh, that Hetzer's nasty. Never underestimate a Hetzer. Alright, so this Wolfhound is shut down. So let's do a precision strike. Actually, I don't want to do precision strike because the precision strike doesn't let me shoot at the head. So let's clear out that precision strike. We got a 7% chance of going for the head here, but we got a lot of weapons. So let's go for the head on that Wolfhound. No luck.
Battle mech power up detected.
Alright, that Lynx is powering itself up.
I'm receiving you.
We still got a round where we could focus fire on that Wolfhound. So we're going to do it again. Go for the head again. Hopefully this Gauss rifle will get a lucky shot in on the head. No. All center torso. Not what I was hoping for there.
Getting banged up real good here.
Alright, there's that LRM turret. It's again going for the Orion.
Lost a weapon. Let's
This
hope
is why we
can
need to
replace
get rid of that LRM turret.
it. All right.
Putting out a lot of firepower for its size. So let's just get rid of that LRM turret now. Hopefully. Should be plenty of firepower. No! Oh man, that sucks. Alright, Grasshopper goes after the Cyclone. Luckily he missed.
Confirmed.
Alright, we're going to keep using our Grasshopper on, our fire starter on that Grasshopper.
10-4.
Again, it's the best use of our fire starter in this scenario.
Stand still, dummy.
Because he's a disabler. That's what fire starters are designed to do. Or at least that's what I designed mine to do.
Battle mech power up detected.
Alright, that Wolfhound's about to start up again. Oh, he failed. So he's going to be shut down for 2 more turns. Alright, so watch this. So we're going to take our Cyclone. We're going to run him across the field. Why? Because that LRM turret is only 1 hit away from going. And we do not want that LRM turret to fire again. Actually need 2 shots to finish off that turret. Pilot lost his keys.
Firing on target.
There you go. So we took out that turret. We're going to overheat here a little bit, but it'll be worth it.
Target destroyed. It's getting pretty hot in here, Commander.
We didn't overheat, and the Cyclone is still evasive. Ooh, that Irby is a real backstabbing son of a bee.
Reporting. Serious armor loss. Yes, Commander.
Alright, so we know that Wolfhound is shut down for a round, right? So we know this Irby is going to be... Oh, it's got MRM 30. That's why he's such a pain in the butt. Alright, so let's do a precision strike. I'd like to get that MRM 30 as salvage, so we're going to have to remember it's there.
Confirmed.
But that Irby's putting too much firepower out for its tonnage. Ah, MRM destroyed. Bummer. Alright, so that Irby's kind of useless now, because we took out the MRMs. Ooh, hard hit on our fire starter.
Got a weapon.
This is why I don't put any of our named pilots in the fire starters anymore.
Waiting for orders. On my way.
Alright. So the Irby is not a big threat. But if we could get him off the field right now, it's probably worth just doing it.
May I interest you in some melting armor?
We at least took out his leg and got knocked down on that Irby. That anymore was comedy gold. Yeah. As you know, Goggles, we've had some bad experiences with our named pilots, named by people in the chat.
I'm on the clock.
Getting a little injured.
All right, let's get down to it.
So we're going to try to avoid that. It's just not fun. Alright, we got a Drillson. We've got that Lynx. Got the Irby we could finish off. So what's on this Etzer? We should probably take out this Hetzer because it actually has a lot of nasty firepower to it.
That's a sweet citation.
That AC-10, if it keeps hitting us in the rear, is going to give us some headaches. So we might as well take some armor off that Hetzer. Alright, the Grasshopper is focusing on the Huron Warrior instead of our Grasshopper, which is good. Oh, and the Grasshopper overheated and killed himself. which means we only get one part, which is a bummer. Ouch.
Good to go.
Cyclone, can you run around and try to get some rear shots on that Lynx? Let's do Battlelord here. Even if we just hit it with... Oh, man. Like I said, even if we just hit it with a medium laser...
Targeting enemy 6.
That was a fail. I overthought myself there.
Orders?
Yeah, it was comedy gold. I mean, we're at the stage of the game where fire starters,
Back in action.
as good as they are, they just get beaten up a lot. And there's no good way around it. Alright, let's have our fire starter...
Location confirmed.
slowly move
My mech is limping.
and see if it can maybe still overheat this wolfhound.
Here we go.
Keep it from starting up again.
Critical hit.
That's about all I could do with that fire starter right now. He's too slow to get out of trouble. He's too slow to get within range of any other enemy, so we might as well keep hitting that wolfhound.
I'm losing armor left and right.
Probably going to eject him next round. Alright, let's do... yeah, we can do melee on this wolfhound.
Move order. See.
This wolfhound's actually pretty decent salvage. I wouldn't mind getting a couple pieces of it. IMG, are you lurking out there? I see you playing Battletech. Probably coming up with some brilliant schemes on how he's going to deal with our head-to-head matchup this evening.
Got a weapon out.
Oh, the Irby ejected. I'm assuming it's because it was overheating.
Rolling.
This tank is actually the biggest threat right now on the field.
Locking target.
The Mantefel attack tank, which I've never seen before. I've never seen that tank before. But it's got a Gauss rifle, so it needs to go away.
Damage minor.
Alright.
Monica, what do you want?
Alright, our Orion is already beat up, so we need to keep it...
All right, let's get down to it.
out of the fray as much as we can here, but we still need its firepower. Let's do a precision strike on this tank. This tank has got a lot of armor. It's going to take us a while to push through and get structural damage on that tank. Ow. Hard hit on our hunchback there.
Reporting light damage. Yep.
What to do? We're going to eject the fire starter here. There's not much more he could do for us, and I don't want to have an injury to the pilot or rebuild the mech, because sometimes fire starters can be very expensive to rebuild.
Got it.
Let's hit this Hetzer in the rear.
Commander.
Nice hits on that Hetzer. Oof. Oh, whoa, whoa. Right after he knocks down my hunchback. Not cool. Oh.
Ready for
Those,
orders.
I'm telling you, those Hetzers are nasty sons of bees.
Move order received.
For their tonnage, they can come after you. See if we can finish off this Hetzer.
Target confirmed.
Oh, would help if our Gauss shot doesn't go out into space. That's the second time in a row that Goggles has shot his Gauss rifle into outer space. Goggles, can you straighten yourself out? Ouch. Ouch. Now the Wolfhound is curb stomping our hunchback.
Getting ripped off.
Not cool.
Minor damage, Commander.
Alright, hunchback. Hang in there. Hang in there. You don't have structural damage yet.
Oh, they don't like me at all.
There was a flock of birds that were kind of annoying. He had to shoot to break them up.
Waiting for orders.
Alright. Alright, hunchback's back up. Wolfhound and the Lynx here. Let's go for a kick on the Wolfhound. Trying to get this Wolfhound pilot to eject.
On the clock. What do you want? All right.
I need to keep working on that tank. This tank is a real headache.
See if I'm sober enough to win this time.
How's it going, IMG? Were you playing some WoW into the crack of dawn last night? Oh, alright. Alright, that Gauss rifle hit the ground.
Ah, I can see why people.
That was fortunate. Alright, Cyclone. Can you please finish off this Hetzer? Yes, alright, good.
Move her down.
Move her down. You were up way too late.
What do you need?
He was up way too late, folks. You heard it here first. Alright, we got the Wolfhound to eject. I wouldn't mind putting a Wolfhound together. It's a really good scout.
Hostile removed.
I do like the Wolfhound quite a bit. Especially because you can actually take two snub PPCs and put it into a Wolfhound and it becomes a really good backstabber. Alright, that Lynx overheated. So that actually gives us a really good opportunity. I can either go for headshots. Yeah, I can go for headshots on the
Roger
Lynx.
that.
Hey, M. Simmons, those Hetzers, I can't tell you how many times I've taken a
Damage? Minor.
Hetzer for granted and it ends up blowing off a leg. IMG, can you back me up on this? Those Hetzers, they always seem to find a way, probably because I prioritize other targets, they always find a way to bite me in the ass. Alright, we need to get rid of this tank. Still gonna need another round. Ouch. That tank has got a lot of firepower for a tank.
Waiting for orders.
Okay.
On my way.
Oh, he puts armor in his mech's legs. Alright. I see how it's gonna be. IMG gets a little punchy when he's tired.
Right, Commander.
There we go. Got rid of that vehicle finally.
That's a vehicle kill.
Battle mech power up detected.
Oh, that link's overheated again.
I'm here.
Alright, Hunchback. Alright, best thing we can do is try to get this Lynx pilot to eject.
Engaging.
Come on, you know you want to eject, buddy. Things aren't looking good for you. Want to remind everybody we have our PvP challenge continuing tonight. Hoping I can even up the match. We'll see what happens. Either way, we're going to have fun. And IMG, I was telling everybody that probably next week for PvP, we would like to recycle one of our viewers into the arena for some PvP. That is, of course, unless we need our round 5 of our challenge. If we need round 5, then we'll push back a fight.
Armor's melting off.
But we'll see. I've got to fight you to a
Alright, let's get
a draw, which means I need to win the next 2 rounds.
Let's see if I'm sober enough to line this up.
But just like you won the first 2 rounds, I can win the next 2 rounds.
Well, we needed to salvage anyways.
Especially if you're tired.
Good to go.
Nah. Would I use the fact that IMG is tired for an advantage? Never. I never would do that. Yes, round 5 will come up with a plan that will include custom builds. So that will be fun. Well, we'll come up with some criteria. Let's see if we get to round 5 first. Ooh, hard hit on our Cyclone.
Can't take many more hits like that.
Orders.
But Goggles said he was going to watch us tonight and see if he felt like he wanted to pick up the gauntlet. That's right. That's right, IMG. I'm going to put some leafy greens in your mech bay. So when you climb into your cockpit, your mech is going to be full of vegetables and a salad. I think you still owe us a salad on stream, too. Yeah. The skewed one, remind him. He owes you a salad.
Power up detected.
I know he's going to try some potato salad or a macaroni salad. Yep, I agree, Goggles. The Hamoto High is actually a really good mech. I like that mech quite a bit. For its tonnage, it's very good. It was actually featured as in a key battle against the clans in the Right of Secession to stop the invasion. There was one battle where the Hamoto High was integral to keeping the clans from invading the Inner Sphere. So I love that mech.
Commander?
Not just because of that, but it's a very solid mech for its tonnage.
Moving fast.
No, so IMG, as I told you yesterday, there is a version of the Bull Shark that you get through the flashpoints of heavy metal that has an artillery piece on it. But the model in the skirmish does not have artillery on it. And we're not using the Bull Shark for our challenge because it costs 30 million C-bills because it has lost tech in it. And it would completely overbalance the skirmish if we used the Bull Shark. So I put it in the rules. We're not using the Bull Shark. Don't try to use that Bull Shark. Darn it. I have to use Vigilance for the Cyclone. Gotta cool him down. I'm surprised you have you not played the Heavy Metal DLC to its conclusion? Because that's one of the rewards you get halfway through Heavy Metal is you get the Bull Shark that has the artillery.
Commander.
It's basically a lost tech reward that they give you.
Putting my weight into it.
Alright, there we go. There goes the leg on the Lynx.
Got past the cover. I think
So goggles, there must be a different flashpoint because if you do the campaign from Heavy Metal, you do get a Bull Shark that has artillery. That's one of the big prizes. That was how they tried to get artillery into the game when they introduced the Heavy Metal DLC.
Engaging target.
Target destroyed.
All right, there we go. We got the links to eject.
I'm on the clock. What do you want?
Got an enemy Condor. I think it's stuck on top of a building
Let's get down to it.
because it hasn't moved this whole time,
Let's see if I'm sober enough to line this up.
which means it can't rotate, which should make this Condor an easy target.
I can see why people enjoy this line of work.
Coordinates received.
Oh, yeah, so BTA changed the mech reward to not always have the artillery Bull Shark. Okay, that makes sense. Because when you played it in just the DLC, you absolutely got the artillery Bull Shark. But even the regular Bull Shark is way overpowered, so we're not going to use it in our PvP challenge. The only way we could do it is if we said, okay, both people are going to have a Bull Shark.
Something just bounced around him.
receiving you.
Because the Bull Shark actually has a higher cost in skirmish than anything else in skirmish mode by a huge margin. It's not even close.
Firing on target.
So, I mean, I think the Bull Shark has really nice alpha strikes, of course, but it's relatively short range, and it's very slow.
Locking on.
So, I mean, there's a lot of mechs that look good on paper, but once they're on the battlefield and they're super slow,
What do you want?
they don't work out so well.
Let's get down to it.
You know, a good example is probably the Annihilator. The base Annihilator looks really intimidating, right? Because it has all those AC-10s on it.
Mag fight. All right.
But it's so slow
Orders.
that you just have to stay away from it. If you stay out of range, there's not much that an Annihilator can do to you, and you can just slowly tear it apart. So, I mean, obviously if it gets in close, it's a beast, but
Affirmative.
that's one of the reasons I'm not a huge fan of the base Annihilator. Now, if you can modify it a little bit, maybe change the AC-10s to AC-5 so you have some better range, maybe put a supercharger on it, then it becomes a much more interesting mech. But a walking siege tower, I never saw a big appeal for. In the base game, for sure. I never saw much use for it. You can use it for defend the base missions pretty well, but
One less structure.
so what's everybody doing this weekend? Anybody? I feel like the country's starting to open up again, so I'm always curious to see what other people are doing
Commander?
on the weekends, especially now that it feels like at least some parts of the country are actually opening up to regular activities again.
Confirmed.
The big news here where I am in Los Angeles, California, is the fact that we can now actually go to a restaurant and eat outside.
All right. Let's get down.
Of course, they combine that, they authorized that at the same time that a major storm came through, making it almost impossible to go eat outside.
Let's hope.
But it's still good. I'm going to try to eat outside tonight if I can. That's going to be my big activity after my battle with IMG.
Mission successful.
Is I get to go outside and actually see some of my friends social distanced, person to person. That will be really nice. I haven't done that in over a month because of our shutdown. Mother Nature says snow, close everything here. So the question is Mother Nature helping us by shutting everything down with bad weather? You know, Simmons, you always talk about these brownies, and I always tell you I'm going to send you my address, and you never answer me. And just lost my green screen. Hold on, everybody. That's what I get for goofing around. All right. Green screen's back up. Disaster averted. All right, so we actually got a pretty good amount of C-bills on that mission. All right, we got a little bit of damage to the Orion, some damage to the Huron Warrior. We got to rebuild the fire starter as usual. Seems like every mission I have to rebuild a fire starter. It does add up over time. Let's see, we did get a grasshopper part. We got 2 wolfhound parts. Or 3 lynx parts. And I actually have a lynx part already, I think. So we're going to take the lynx parts. We could use another medium. Alright, grasshopper, lynx, 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 wolfhound, wolfhound, AMS, and a whole bunch of medium lasers. An XL engine, that's nice. Guardian ECM. This was a really good salvage. Mother Nature is not helping. I had to get groceries, and everyone is running to the store here in Maryland right now. Is that because they're expecting a big snowbank to come in? Darker design? Yep, same state here. Yeah, I mean, it's, you know, I know everybody was excited when New Year's hit and they're like, all right, 2020's over. But you know what? We still have most of the same problems that we had last year. I don't think we're really going to get back to normal till maybe 2022. Because there has to be enough people vaccinated. Oh, lost 2 ER medium lasers. That hurts. I guess we're going to replace it with base lasers. That's kind of a drop. But we'll have to get by. Do we have a supercharger available? No. Ooh, I do have an armored cowl, though. Alright, let's put that armored cowl in. And what else do I have that'll take a ton? Yeah, let's put in a slave. And then, let's see, what can we take some armor off of? Take a little armor off the back. Take a little armor off the legs. Three days. 6 inches or more through Tuesday. That's a lot of. That's definitely a lot of snow. All right, we got a lot of minor repairs we need to push through here. Not for the fire starter. As usual, our fire starter is getting wrecked again. It does get to the point that the fire starter just isn't worth rebuilding. I hate to say it. I mean, we're not at that point yet, but this thing does take a pounding every mission. Let's not do that. Let's do regular flamers. The fire starter gets beat up so much that I can't put anything too good on it, or it'll get lost the next mission. Laser flamer. Oh, we lost the heat sink. Oh. Not that we really need heat sinks on this fire starter. Alright. I could put ferrofibrous on it, but it wouldn't do me a lot of good. We're already maxed out on armor. I could put an armored cowl on this thing. Improve the survivability of our pilot. That's really all we want to do with this thing.
Right. I'll get it.
Okay. Now we did pick up a lynx. We should have picked up a lynx. Let me see. No? I thought I had enough parts to put a lynx together. Let me check. Yeah? Oh, I didn't get lynx parts before. I thought I did. Alright. Alright, no lynx for us. Alright, so we need a fire starter. We need the Orion. We need the Huron Warrior. So we gotta wait a couple days for our next mission. People always buy groceries for being locked up for a week. It's so dumb. The longest I've ever been snowed in was 3 days, and I live in a farm area. And that was when I got 4.5 feet of snow from the snowpocalypse blizzard. So, Darker, I hate to point this out to you, but you're out getting groceries too. Now, I understand you're probably just getting basic requirements, right? Versus, all right, we got a capture base, we got a recovery mission. All right, so let's Let's get some mechs back. Okay. Oh, Saturday's your normal grocery day. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think that's the case for most people. I tend to go, we'll do this recovery mission. I tend to go on Sunday mornings to the store. They have to make sure they have toilet paper. Can't go out during the week because of my job. I understand that. I'm in a similar boat during the day. I can't really take time off of work to go shopping during the day either. Alright, so we're going to take our Orion, Huron Warrior, Hunchback, Firestarter, and our Cyclone on this recovery mission. Let's go. It's funnier watching everyone buy gas for their cars when they won't be driving there anyways. Yeah, I mean, people tend to panic a little bit when there's a serious issue. It feels like... Hold on, let me see what I can do. I'm getting a lot of glare out the window. Give me 1 second. Let me see if I can fix that. Sorry, Snickers. My poor dog has had the green screen drop on him twice today. I'm sure he's more than a little annoyed. There, the glare is much better. Glare is much better.
Command interface initiated.
Yeah, I haven't gotten... I think it's been 2 months since I've gotten gas. Because I haven't been going anywhere either. Alright, so we got recovery of scientists by securing the designated area.
Ready for orders.
Alright, this looks like a pretty straightforward mission. Which means there's probably going to be some reinforcements or an ambush
Heading up.
or something just to make this out of the ordinary.
Rolling.
So just a reminder, everybody, we were playing PvP tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, myself and IMG. Details can be found on the Discord. Be great to see some people there cheering us on. It's kind of like chess with BattleTech. That's probably the closest I can think of. Because we're very deliberate and trying to think through every move that we make. So there's that. I want to remind everybody we actually have some pilots available in the barracks. If you want to spend your channel points to name a pilot, that's something we can also do. Check your channel point button on the bottom underneath the send message bar to see what you have enough channel points for. I'd love to eventually get the mech bay full of our followers. Sorry, the barracks full of our followers.
Acknowledge.
You can also name a mech as well.
I read you, Commander. Moving out.
Fair warning though, when you name a mech, it doesn't mean it's going to be staying in the mech bay forever. Alright, we got at least 2 enemy mechs.
Confirm.
Alright, let's push up.
Quick stepping it.
Waiting for orders.
Alright, let's get vision on what we're up against here. Really do like this Cyclone as a scout. Oh boy. Alright, we got a longbow. We got a hunchback. And a rifleman. This longbow is a nasty piece of work. Let's get impaired sensors on this right away. Longbows have a tremendous amount of firepower, but they're
Yeah.
even slower than an Irby.
Affirmative.
So if I have a longbow in my mech bay, which I don't normally have, I will use it for defend the base missions or
On the clock.
battle missions where I don't have to necessarily move towards the enemy, and then you could really use the longbow's firepower to your advantage. All right, let's try to break this longbow before it has vision on my main enemy force. See, the longbow has vision on our Cyclone, which is highly evasive. It does not have vision on our main force here. Oh, good thing that Cyclone is evasive. That rifleman's after it. Everybody will probably take shots at our longbow here. Yep. Or sorry, our Cyclone. Yep, let's see what the longbow does. Although the longbow is listed as a recon, so that means it might actually use sensor locks.
Ah, I can see why people enjoy it.
Really good darker design. I like that commentary. Alright, we're going to try to push up our fire starter. One thing about the longbow is it does tend to overheat if it's shooting all of its weapons. As you can see, you can do LRM 50. That's actually not that bad. I've seen longbows that have LRM 100. This longbow does not have an XL engine, probably.
Try aiming next time. See what you get.
What can I do for you?
To get more missiles on it, you need an XL engine. Alright, let's keep using our Cyclone to have impaired sensors on that longbow. And also wear down its armor.
Whoa.
Right, we already have structural damage. So would I take a longbow as salvage over anything else we have right on the map right now? Yes. But
Aye, aye.
you know, is a longbow going to be in my mech bay for very long? I don't know.
Yes, Commander.
Alright, okay. We got our sniper in range.
Throttle.
Alright, let's do a precision strike on that longbow. If we could get very lucky here, maybe we can hit the
Now,
leg.
let's see how you handle this.
Nope, we hit the other leg. Oh, we hit the ammo.
Hostile eliminated.
There goes the longbow. Ooh, that rifleman's got a lot of firepower. That rifleman might have an XL engine in
On
it.
the clock. What do you want?
That was a lot of firepower for a rifleman.
Let's make some bad decisions at high speed.
What are fun? The longbow? I'm not a big fan of the longbow. They're too slow. Alright, here's a question. Ace pilot or invisible passive? I would take invisible passive over ace pilot every time. Yep, IMG agrees with me, which means I actually know what I'm talking about. Usually
Yup.
he's a step ahead on me on some of these things. Alright, we gotta get rid of this hunchback. Alright, let's push in. Let me guess, charge. Alright, so we can't. Alright, we'll do a sprint in on this hunchback with our fire starter. We use the fire starter's cover against the other enemies. Or the hunchback as cover against the other enemies. And warm up this hunchback. It's got a lot of missiles, laser spam on it, so it's not the worst choice. Alright, let's keep the Cyclone evasive.
Going turbo.
And let's get impaired sensors on... Let's get impaired sensors on this rifleman.
Uh-huh.
He's got 4 light rifles and 4 lasers. Okay. A light rifle is basically the equivalent of an AC-2 without the accuracy.
Yes, Commander.
But it does about the same damage as an AC-2.
Confirmed.
Looks like a good time for a precision strike on that rifleman.
Got it.
See if we can break some stuff. Nice. Target acquired.
Ready for orders.
You'll see that I'm trying to work additional tags onto all of my mechs as we recover them. It's a really good idea to trade a medium laser for a tag. Especially as you go up in tonnage. It's a small reduction in your firepower, but you'll more than make up for it with the accuracy that you gain. Alright, let's go for the hunchback here.
Here it comes.
So I'm a big believer in using tags. Plus, you don't have to waste a action on a sensor lock. Oh, IMG, what I wouldn't give up for a tag in our PvP grudge
Heavy
matches.
damage.
I'm on the clock. What do you want?
Yep, that's true, Skewed One. I do like Master Tacticians still. It's still one of the better skills for your scouts. If you can have a scout with Master Tactician in the opening rounds, it helps you a lot. But over time, being invisible probably helps you more over the course of a round. Depending on how long your mission is,
See why people enjoy this line of work.
I could see invisible being more valuable over time than Master Tactician. It gives you a good boost for your first round, but invisible helps you every round, every time. I'm a big believer when you're selecting buffs. I really like to recommend that you take the passive buffs that you get every round instead of the active buffs. That's just my personal preference.
You're facing the wrong way, pal.
Ooh, nice hit on that rifleman.
Ha! You like that?
So you'll see when I select characteristics for my pilots, I almost always go with the passive ability because you get it every round. The active abilities, usually are good for 1 or 2 rounds, and they usually have a pretty long cooldown. So I would rather have a buff every round than a really good buff every 4 or 5 rounds. IMG, what do you think about that? Do you tend to favor passive or active? Oh, jeez. Ouch. Ouch.
Waiting for orders.
That's not a nice thing to do to my hunchback. Luckily, it was not my favorite hunchback, but that was
On my
mean.
way. Double time.
That rifleman needs to pay. That was a real jerky thing to do, rifleman.
Engaging target.
Yes, Commander.
Ah, Goggles, that's a really nice scout, that Zeus, that you can move at really high speed.
Firing on target.
See? The apprentice becomes a master. Goggles is ready, I think, to fight us in PvP, IMG.
I'm on the clock. What do you
Can't believe we lost a mech on this
Let's
mission.
get down to it. One attitude adjustment coming right up.
Oh, based on your recommendation. Okay. Hey, we'll take credit for it.
The asset is in hand, Commander.
All right, asset is in hand. We got one more enemy mech left. Oh wait, I didn't lose a hunchback. The enemy lost a hunchback. Duh. This is what happens when I chat with you guys. I get distracted.
I'm on him.
I hear ya.
Yeah, I have to say I'm not a fan of the Silver Bullet Gauss either.
Pedal to the metal.
It does have, the Silver Bullet Gauss does have a quirk that allows it to get more
Roger that. Firing on
critical
target.
damage.
Want some more, huh? Getting pretty hot in here, Commander.
Now, IMG, did you hear that in the next update, one of the perks is we're going to be able to choose which weapons fire in what order on our mechs. And the real beauty of that is you can use your lasers to melt a hole, and then you can use your ACs and missiles to get in and do a lot more damage. So I think it's really cool that we're actually, with the next release of BTA, we're going to be able to determine in what order all of our weapons shoot. So that will be really handy when we could say, okay, I want my lasers to shoot first, and then I want to hit it with my AC.
see if I'm sober enough to line this up. Ah, I can see why people enjoy this line of work.
Ready to rock. Okay, Tiger, you and me.
Alright, let's finish off this Valkyrie
Report.
and get out of this mission. Come on, Valkyrie, just eject. There's nothing you could do in this scenario. You're outnumbered, you're outgunned.
What can I do for you?
Just save us the trouble and eject.
Coordinates received.
Yes, you can set the fire order now. Did they do the update? Are we up to 8.4? Maybe 8.4 dropped last night. Sometimes they tend to drop on Saturday nights. So, Sadie, thank you for joining us.
And stay down.
I'm assuming it's Sadie or S.A. Eddie. So, I'm assuming you mean that 8.4 dropped. Oh, is that what that's for? I never understood what that was for. Duh. Okay. I didn't see that in the notes. But what they're going to do now is in 8.4 you can actually set the order in the mech bay instead of doing it in the mission. So it's going to be much more efficient. So I honestly didn't know that that was what you do with the arrows. That makes sense now. I didn't see that in the release notes of 8.3. So, or 8.2, I think, when we got those arrows. So that's news to me. Hey, I learned something new today too, folks. Alright, that was a perfect mission. Let's see, we got the longbow part. I guess we have to take the rifleman part. Well, let's look in components first. Nah, there's nothing in components that's particularly good. So we'll just take the best mech components. Longbow, hunchback, and rifleman, and I guess a Valkyrie. Not really the best salvage here. Not a big fan of the Valkyrie. Oh, okay. So a skewed one, with the next update, which is 8.4, you're going to be able to set the order in the mech bay before you launch. And it will be a hard set. So once you set the order in the mech bay, that will be the order for the mech going forward. Now, I was told that tag really doesn't make a difference because that's rolled before you fire, whether the tag hits or not. But all the other mechs, it does benefit. So, for example, if you shoot acid, it's going to impact the enemy first and wear down the armor before your other weapons hit. So tag is not impacted by the weapons order, because apparently that roll happens before the actual combat roll, if that makes sense. You got to remember, this is all based on Battletech, so you have to think of these things as rolls. Yeah, tag rolls before melee. Right. Right, so ambush. I'm telling you, IMG, we should probably pick a day and do some tabletop with some people. I would love if we could get 4 or 5 people to do some tabletop Battletech. It probably wouldn't be a regular thing, like maybe every 2 weeks. I think that would be fun. Like, what if we did every 2 weeks, we alternated? So 1 week we would do PvP, and then the other week we'll do tabletop, and then we would rotate them. I think that would be fun. IMG, what do you think about that? Yeah, there is a tabletop simulator out there. I would have to track it down, but there is a tabletop simulator. And I think you just buy it as the host, and then everybody else logs into your game. I don't think everybody else has to buy it. I might be mistaken, but I think it works that way. All right, we got one more capture base mission on this planet before we travel. All right, we've had a pretty smooth series of missions this playthrough, which means this is where things are going to go to heck. Orion, Hunchback, Heartland Warrior, Firestarter. Let's see. Let's actually put our scout into the Cyclone. That would make more sense. And we'll take Coach out and put our better pilot in to the Firestarter. So IMG, that might be something for us to think about. I could see at least, 5 or 6 people that we could get to do some tabletop BattleTech. That would be fun. It would have to be on a weekend where we could dedicate a good 4 to 5 hours to a game of tabletop. So what do you think in chat? Would that be fun for you guys if we brought some tabletop to the channel? It would definitely be an opportunity for us to interact with you guys more, since we could have a lot of people involved in the tabletop. Yeah, tabletop has a bit of a learning curve. So probably what IMG and I would do is probably play a little by ourselves, just to get familiar with tabletop again. And then if everybody's interested, we can get a group of people together that can play. Again, it would probably need to be on a weekend. So one thing we could do is we could take our Saturday BTA stream occasionally and turn it into the tabletop stream. We could definitely do that. So let's see what the interest is. I'm gonna actually, it's been a long time since I've played tabletop, to be honest with you. I haven't played tabletop in 20 years. So ideally, we could find someone who has played it more recently that can join us and then kind of guide us through the process. But we can also learn as we go as well. So I haven't done tabletop in over 20 years myself.
Command interface initiated.
I think it was before the millennium the last time I played tabletop.
Ready for orders.
All right. Scout the research station. Destroy the defensive turrets. Destroy the Capellan support lance. Okay. All right. Pretty straightforward. All right. This is one of my favorite maps in BattleTech Advanced, actually. Some people asked me how this map came to be. So this map is actually in the background of one of the heavy metal missions. You don't actually go into the city. but it's in the background of one of the missions, and they actually designed it so accurately that BattleTech Advanced was able to use it as a map for the game. So a lot of people have asked me if this was designed by modders. No, this city, this destroyed city, is actually part of the Heavy Metal DLC.
Bye-bye.
But it was in the background. So when I was first told that, I was like, I think I would have remembered this mission. Got some mines over there. But that's because you didn't actually go in the city. It was in the background. But the modders found it, and they were able to turn it into a map. So I love this map. It's a lot of fun. Ooh, all right, we got an arrow 4 launcher.
It's getting serious.
That was a nasty hit from an arrow 4.
Losing armor.
I'm pretty sure that's what that
Armor left in
was.
that location.
All right, let's see what has the arrow 4 and get rid of that as quickly as possible. It's probably one of these turrets. Or it could be on this Prometheus. I don't have details on the Prometheus yet. So if we could get... what I'll do is I'll actually start up a tabletop tab
Reporting.
in our Discord. If you haven't been there yet, I'm going to... IMG, hopefully you could post a link to the Discord. And we'll see if we can't get a group of tabletop people together. Again, it would probably make the most sense for us to switch out a Saturday BattleTech Advanced stream, Saturday morning BattleTech Advanced stream, maybe once or twice a month, to play the tabletop instead. So I'd be very interested in doing that. Alright, let's see if we can get vision and try to figure out where these arrow launch missiles are coming from. Yeah, I don't think we can... no, it's not that. It's not the LRM turret. It's not the Prometheus here. There's something somewhere that has an arrow launcher. Got to track that down.
Copy that.
That's okay. IMG, I changed the stream time for BTA on Saturdays to 10 p.m. Eastern time and 7 p.m. Pacific. So
Right, Commander.
that would work. We could use this time slot for tabletop. I wouldn't necessarily do it every week. But I think, every other week or every once a month could be fun. And we'll see what the interest is. If it's, we could try it once or twice as a special event, and then if people like it, then we can keep doing it. Just the same way we talked about PvP. So we'll try it as an event, and then if it's successful and people want to tune in for it, then we can do it.
Affirmative.
But yeah, we could do Saturday at 10 p.m. Eastern time, which is basically just going to replace this stream
Fire.
with some tabletop.
Back.
So if you're interested, please send us I'm gonna add a room or a channel in Discord, unless IMG you want to do it right now, and then we can get some people together, come up with a date and time that works. I'll do some research on the simulator. Because I've seen people just join a streamer
Damage minimal.
not necessarily having the game. So I think there might be a version out there where we can just have one person have the tabletop simulator and the rest of the people can join his game. I think I've seen that before. Because if it's going to be very expensive, that's another factor, obviously.
What do you want?
I'm fine spending the money on it, but some other people might not want to. All right, let's finish off that
See if I'm
turret.
smart enough to line this up. If they really cared about this facility, they'd have more than turrets.
Aye, aye.
All right, cool. So that sounds like that's something that we could do. Good to hear. All right, I think the Arrow 4 launcher is back here. It's either one of these vehicles or it's a turret. Let's see. Here, oh, there's SRM-6 turret. Here it is. Here's the Arrow 4 launcher. I knew it had to be here somewhere.
Roger that.
There we go. That's a good start. Ooh, our fire starter can go in on this turret. I love it when we can do melee on a turret. It's awesome. It's a great way to take out a turret if you can do it. It's become more and more common. I think they're working it into the updates.
Target destroyed.
It's pretty realistic, right? That you should be... Ooh. Ow. Alright, we're rebuilding the fire starter again.
Ready for orders.
We're in the phase of the game where we're always rebuilding a fire starter every mission. So I need to get a heavier disabler mech. Alright, this Prometheus is an interesting build.
Engaging target.
IMG, do you like the MML launchers? Some people really like them. I'm not a fan of them. I think it takes a lot of ammo to give you the flexibility of the MML launchers. Yep, Firestarter got wrecked. As usual. If I had $1 for every time a Firestarter got wrecked, I would be a very wealthy man. I could stream all day if I had a $1 for every time a Firestarter got wrecked. We're just in the realm of the game where it's just really hard for a Firestarter to hang in there. Which is why I need to find myself a Firestarter Omni or a Grasshopper or something else I can use as my disabler. Ooh, Cyclone's getting wrecked too. Ow. Ow.
Critical hit. Critical hit.
I'm on the clock.
Not
What do you
cool.
want?
Not cool, people.
Let's get down to it.
Alright, what shot all those LRM? Yeah, this LRM 40 is nasty. Let's try to get rid of that. Yeah, I don't use the MML. There are some people in the Discord that really seems to love it, but you're giving up a lot of
Got eyes on hostile
reinforcements. Okay, great. We got reinforcements. We got an enforcer. What do we got? Enforcer, a hunchback, a centurion, and a blackjack omni. All right.
Orders.
All right, we need to keep our cyclone evasive here. Probably just need our cyclone to run around for a round here.
Commander?
Right, I can do a charge on that LRM turret. I don't like that idea. Alright, let's sprint in.
Got it.
And hope we can finish off this turret here. Come on, hit some ammo, hit some ammo. Nope, not enough.
Good to go.
Yeah, you can use a dragon as a disabler. You could definitely do that. I could see that being viable. Alright, we gotta see if we can get to the flank of these new enemy reinforcements. Yeah, I don't get the MMLs either. I mean, the only way MMLs really work is if you have a huge mech that can carry the weapons and the ammo to make it make sense. Oof, our Huron warrior is going to get wrecked if we keep it there. So let's not do that. Let's not let our Huron warrior get ambushed by those 4 mechs. Instead, let's see if we can get some cheap shots in on this enforcer.
Confirmed.
Nice. It's a good start. Not the arm I'd like to hit, but still a good start.
Scored a critical hit.
Yeah, I always tried to figure out why everybody liked the MML so much. I never could figure it out. It just doesn't seem like it's a good return. I mean, I like the idea. If here's the thing, if they could have MML ammo that would switch back and forth, basically like ATM ammo. Ooh, that enforcer's after my Huron warrior. Then it might make sense. This is a nasty group of enemies here. Ouch.
We're losing units, Commander.
Oh, lost my Huron warrior. Lost his engine. Alright, we're in a tough spot here.
I just dropped my coffee and I'm fucking angry.
This might be a cut our losses type mission.
Light damage. Over the red line. Heat damage.
This is a lot of enemies they're throwing at us now.
I just dropped my coffee and I'm fucking angry.
Alright, so this is going to be a situation where we're just going to withdraw.
Retreat.
This is a good example, and we had an example of this, I think, 2 streams ago, or actually it was yesterday, where I should have withdrawn earlier than I did. So, sometimes, as a commander, you have to just say, yeah, the return is not worth the effort. Well, at least we got a good faith effort out of it. See, I got to rebuild the Huron warrior because it lost its XL engine. Got to repair the fire starter and repair the cyclone. All right. let's see. We got a missile accuracy. I'll take that. Got a couple lasers. Got some ferrofibrous. Ooh, got some Gauss ammo. I could use that, actually. Yeah, that was an example. Tell me, IMG, would you have stuck that battle out, or would you have withdrawn? I mean, I was short a mech, and one of my other mechs was way on the other side of the map, and my fire starter was already damaged, so I don't think there was a way for me to put that together without losing a lot of firepower. You would have won. Oh, IMG. You are such a jerk sometimes.
Yeah.
Reporting.
Training complete.
You would have won. Okay. Tell me exactly how you would have gotten out of that scenario. Well, IMG, I did that because I had to find that arrow launcher or it was going to tear me apart. I normally don't do that either.
Training confirmed.
Yep.
But, oh, alright. I have the option to finally get another Precision Master, Ballistic Master. I think I need a... I don't have a Precision Master yet, or do I? Let's do a Precision Master. I can always have 2 Precision Masters. That was a lot. Well, it was either that or letting them just lob Arrow 4 launchers at me forever. Right. Goggles, are you in the stream? If so, Goggles, would you like to be a Precision Master, Ballistic Master, Energy Master, or Missile Master? Let me know what you would prefer. Spreading out for the arrow did more damage than the arrow. I didn't know they were going to drop another enemy lance on me. So, if I'd known that in hindsight, I wouldn't have done that. But, you know, it's okay, IMG. You can Monday morning quarterback me. While we wait for Goggles to tell me if he wants to be a Precision Master, Missile Master, Energy Master, or Ballistic Master. Goggles is in the Huron Warrior mainly, right? Yep, that's your mech for right now, is the Huron Warrior. So does that mean you want to be a Precision Master? No, I'm not going to trash the Huron Warrior yet. So, yeah, backseat gaming, more like backstabbing gaming, IMG. I'm always supportive of your decisions, and you always are quick to throw me. Okay, so we'll do Precision Master for Goggles. Done and done. Well bargained and done, my friend. Well bargained and done. If anybody out there has Kindle Unlimited for Amazon, I'm going to recommend a book for you. Normally, Battletech books do not show up on Kindle Unlimited. However, there is a book right now that is on Kindle Unlimited if you subscribe to that and want to read a free Battletech book. So the book is called Battletech Change of Power. It just recently got released. It is fan fiction, so some of it's a little rough as far as like the editing quality, but so far it's a really quality title. And actually that looks like that author has multiple free Battletech books on Kindle Unlimited, so you might want to check that out. Personally, usually when you want to read a BattleTech book, you have to usually pay full price for it on Amazon. So that's nice that they bundled some of those into Kindle Unlimited, where you pay $9 a month, I think it is. Alright, so we got to figure out
Orders?
who else needs to be upgraded here.
Standing by.
Waiting for orders.
Alright, fortunately we're about to travel.
I'm on the clock. What do you
Alright,
want?
let's upgrade our commanders. I wish there was another ability that you could select besides Stone Cold. I'm not a big fan of Stone Cold. I wish there was another thing you could do here. Like, if you weren't a precision strike expert, you could actually do a precision strike here instead of Stone Cold. I'm not a big fan of Stone Cold.
Receiving you.
I'm here.
I feel like it's one of those things that you're not going to use very much.
Waiting for orders.
Alright.
Mech warrior training.
Yeah, Stone Cold is not very useful. Alright, so let's rebuild the Huron Warrior, which is good because I actually have some components for it now. So let's build this thing up as a sniper now that we're going to have a precision strike pilot in it. Alright. Alright, so the core. Alright, can we go a little cheaper on the core? Maybe a 210. No, we'll go with the 240. All right, we got an XL engine. We're going to throw that in there. Boom. All right, we now have Gauss ammo, so let's make sure we put that in before we forget. All right, now we need the actual Gauss. Gauss rifle. What? Oh, it goes in the arm. Could have sworn it was a center torso. Alright, so now we've got the Gauss rifle with precision strike pilot. You know what? I'm going to take out this ER large laser because it takes up a lot of tonnage. Let's put in 2 mediums instead. That's going to allow us to really max out armor on this guy. Nice. Increase goggles survivability. Alright, let's look at heat efficiency. Alright, so we do need a little bit more heat efficiency here. So we could do... Yeah, we'll just do another heat sink. Do we need 2 heat sinks? Yeah, we need 2 heat sinks. And we'll take a little tonnage off one of the legs. What do you say? Of course, this is going to be the legs that they target. Alright, that was expensive.
Right. I'll get it in the schedule.
Yep, so I think that Huron Warrior is going to be better for us. Alright, let's look at the fire starter. Another day, another fire starter repair. These fire starter repairs will eventually bleed you to death. Alright, let's take out that small laser and put in 2 flamers. Okay, 2 days for that. No problem, because we're going to be traveling next.
I'll let you know when that's done.
Cyclone. Yeah, I just think large lasers are very tonnage inefficient.
Log and note.
They work fine on larger mechs, but mediums, really, it's hard to justify a large laser on a medium. I think there's better things you could do with that tonnage. Do we have anything to build? We do not. All right, so let's go to the store because we're running on fumes here financially. Actually, let's go to the mech bay. Here's why. We haven't used this Panther in a really long time. And we haven't used this Raptor in a really long time. So I think we're going to cash those out. Alright, so that pays for almost a month, or that pays for over a month of our activities. Alright, and I think that will keep Darius from bugging us. Store. Sorry, hit the wrong button there, guys. Alright. We got way too many ER large lasers, but we don't really make a lot of money by selling those. Here we go. Large lasers. We have way too many of these. Let's keep 4. That'll buy us some more time. What else? Do I need 4 LRM-20s? Probably not. We'll sell 2 of those. 32 medium lasers. I don't think we need 32 medium lasers. Let's keep 12. Sell. Medium pulses. I like to save those for heavier mechs later. So let's save those. I only use medium pulses when there's an extra ton available and I can't put another weapon on. That's when I use those. I could probably sell one of these PPCs. I don't really use SRM2s very much, so let's get rid of those. That's not really going to be a game changer. Alright, here's some cores. We can sell some cores. Sell. Sell. Sorry guys, I try to do this stuff off camera as much as I can. Alright, so let's find a place to travel to. Oh wait, first engineering. I gotta stop by engineering first, sorry. Alright, so is there anything I can afford? I can't afford upgraded lounge. I can't afford high capacity conduits. Structure is usually a fairly cheap thing to spend money on. How about the habitat pods? No, I don't have the money for another habitat pod yet. Let's do the structure repair.
Roger that, Commander. I'll get the crew moving.
Structure repair is always a fairly cheap thing that you can do. Thanks, Goggles. I appreciate that. Alright, might actually want to decide to travel before I hit go. I lost a couple days there. Alright, so we're currently on a 2.5 skull planet. I feel like we need another 2.5 skull planet before we can really progress. Let's find another 2.5 skull planet. It's not too far away. Alright, there's this one. Ooh, it's a coal planet too. Agriculture. Mega city. I don't know if I want to go to an urban environment right now. I'm going to spend the extra days to avoid the urban environment. Alright, we're going to be broke.
That work order you submitted is complete.
Alright, so Yang has 28 days to work. Is there anything else in the mech bay we need to do? I'd love to get this Dervish going, but it's so expensive. Actually, no, that's the Orion. I was like, wait, it's fine. What's the problem here? No, this is Pokey or Dervish. All right. You know, it might be worth just fixing the Pokey here. All right. XL engine. Ouch. It's already expensive as it is. Alright. Do we have MRMs? We have an MRM 10, which was from Pokey. And we can do a SRM 6. Oh, I still need a core. Let's not go filling up all that tonnage until we actually get rid of the core. All right, so we have an XL engine, 275 core. That should be enough for a Dervish. 4 tons remaining. All right, what are we gonna do with those 4 tons? I'm actually a big fan of doing the rocket launchers in this type of situation. Let's gin up our armor. Okay, we still have 2 tons left. 2 tons left. ER medium laser. Let's actually take out that other ER medium laser. Put in this ER medium laser. MRM 10. We maxed out the armor. Could do another ton of MRM ammo just to make sure, because we did have that one mission where we were running out of ammo. That might not be the worst idea. Alright, another ton of MRM ammo. Stalled in an invalid location. Let's see. S cooling is destroyed. Heat sinks cannot be mixed. Alright. Oh, duh. I need a heatsink kit. Alright, 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 alright. Come on, noob. Alright, we got a prototype. That means I gotta take the double heatsink out. Okay. Prototype heatsink double. Let's put that in the center torso. Alright, you know what? I'm going to take out the ER medium lasers. Sorry, guys. So I can put in another prototype double heatsink. And let's put in a Small laser and a small laser. I mean, this is going to be a weapons missile build anyways, so we might as well. How much does an SRM-4 cost us? No, I think this is good. So the rocket launchers, the rocket launchers, I would argue, Goggles, for the tonnage, the rocket launchers are the most bang for your buck. The problem is, now for that one, it's reloadable, so it can shoot twice. But most of the time, rocket launchers just shoot once. So the real benefit is you can take a pound, you can take a ton, or a half a ton, or a ton and a half, and you can put yourself in a situation where you have one shot or two shots that can do massive damage to an enemy. So that's really good if you're in a desperate situation. Or what I really like to do with rocket launchers is when you get into a position where you're in the rear flank of the enemy, you can really destroy even a heavy mech with a well-placed rocket round volume salvo. So that's why I like those. IMG, what do you think about the rocket launchers? I don't think you use them as much as I do. All right.
I've got the financial report.
This is where Darius starts telling us we're broke. Yes, I know, Darius. We're broke. We're broke. Here it comes. We're almost broke. Yep, I know. Don't waste your time to get access to the black market. Unless you're in a rare situation where the pirates don't hate you, don't waste the money to get the black market. It's not worth it. Oh, you use 3 rocket launchers in your Raven. Okay, so I'm not crazy using rocket launchers. Good to know. All right, we're going to have to earn some money quickly when we get to this planet. Now, fortunately, we do have a lot of mechs that we're like 1 or 2 parts away from building. So hopefully we could sell something. Yep, nice hard hit on one mech in the back to remove from combat. Yep, that's what I like to use it for. Alright, so one thing I can do is now that I have the... I'm just going to do this just so I can quiet down Darius. Now that I have the Dervish back, I don't need to take 2 Hunchbacks. So let's actually, when we get to the planet, we're going to sell one of our Hunchbacks. And that will keep Darius from bugging me. Hey, the life of a mercenary company is hard, man. It's hard to pay the bills. And upgrade your mechs at the same time, man. You have to make constant decisions. That's one of the reasons I love this game. Yes, Darius, I know we're almost broke. Target practice. This usually works out okay. All right. IMG, are you doing any streams before we do our PvP today? Just want to throw it out there if in the event you're planning on streaming, because we don't have anything on the schedule, but I just wanted to ask. Let's go to the store here because I'm tired of hearing Darius complain. Let's just sell this Hunchback. I'd rather have the Dervish on the battlefield anyways instead of that Hunchback. It always seems to get killed very quickly. Alright, so we got time for probably one more mission. So let's make it a good one. All right, so we got a... no, repossession. I hate repossession. It's against Comstar, but I don't like repossession. We got a 3.5 skull liberation. We got a duel. We might save that for the end if we have time. Not really loving these missions here. We got a corporate secrets, repossession. That's okay, IMG. I was in the same boat for the 25 million cap, which is why I suggested that we go with more money, but you said no. So I'm in the same boat for today. Okay, next stream is PvP at 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. IMG is going to be streaming that event since I streamed the last time. Hi, Andre. Nice to see you. Haven't seen you in a couple days. Great to have you back in chat. All right, so let's have some group decisions here. We can do repossession or we can do liberation. So do you want to do a battle where we deal with vehicles, or do you want to do a destroy base? I'm going to give everybody 30 seconds. Do you want to do a repossession mission or a destroy base mission? The repossession mission is interesting because it actually is against Comstar, and we might get some good components out of it. So I'm actually inclined to do the repossession, even though I usually hate those missions. Thomas says base. If nobody else votes, then we're going for the base mission. So let me know. Ten more seconds, or we're going for the base mission at Thomas's request. Anyone? Anyone? Bueller? All right, so now we're tied. One person wants base, one person wants repo. So I need someone else. Okay, but you vote base. Okay, so we're going with the base. Everybody wants the base. It's all about the base. It's all about the base. No trouble here. Yes, I said that. I know. I know I made a really bad joke there. So, for a destroy the base mission, I think we're going to up our tonnage, and we're going to take Pokey here. We're going to put our commander, because he's the missile master, into the Dervish. We're going to put our... Eschewed 1, I'm going to have you step up in tonnage and take the Orion. And we're going to take the Cyclone as our scout. So we'll take the Orion, the Hunchback, Huron Warrior, the Pokey, and the Cyclone. Need a bigger speaker and engine. What do you mean, speaker? I'm not sure what you mean by that. And you and your engine. It's too late, Dark Design. We already selected destroy base. But we'll do the repossession probably on Monday, because tomorrow is Baldur's Gate 3 day. So we're going to play Baldur's Gate 3 tomorrow. Yes, it's all about the base. I can't believe that somebody came up with a Grammy-winning song just talking about how you put together a song. It's kind of funny when you think about it. No, don't get me wrong. I do like that song. It's very catchy. But, I mean, it's pretty ingenious when you actually win a Grammy, make a Grammy award-winning song about making a song. It's pretty cool. All right, last mission of the day, folks. We did a 3-hour stream. Just a reminder, next Friday, mark your calendars, we're going to do a 12-hour mega stream from 6 a.m. Pacific, 9 a.m. Eastern Time, all the way to 9 p.m. Eastern Time, 6 p.m. Pacific. We'll work out the details, but if IMG is tied up, I will be happy to do the 12 hours all by myself if need be. I know a lot of people do 24-hour challenges, but I think at 12 hours is about the longest you can play any game without going crazy. Even Battletech Advanced, it would be hard for me to go 24 hours. I mean, I could see doing 24 hours right when a game gets released if you're really excited about it. But a 24-hour stream on a 3-year-old game would be pretty crazy. Okay, IMG, so maybe you can come in noon Eastern Time.
Waiting for orders.
Which would be good, because I probably need a little time to check in on work, even though I'm taking the day off. And maybe you could do 2 hours from noon to 2 Eastern Time, and then I can take the rest. That'll give me an opportunity to have lunch and check in with work.
I'm here.
Obviously, if you want to do more than 2 hours, you're welcome to it. All right.
Acknowledge.
Nice hit on that Hetzer.
On the clock.
It's an interesting Hetzer because it has LRM 30.
All right, let's get down to it.
All right.
Let's see if I'm sober enough to line this up.
Might as well focus fire on this Hetzer, get rid of it, while we work our way to the base. Don't see any mechs yet. I see a whole bunch of vehicles. Oh, Thunderbolt. Thunderbolts. Oh boy. I hate Thunderbolts.
Reporting. Minimal damage. Command.
Thunderbolts and arrows are probably, and maybe Thumper and Sniper. Those weapons really scare me more than just about anything else on the battlefield, because they can really put you in a situation where, for example, especially if a Thunderbolt, an arrow, a Sniper, or a Thumper hits you and takes out one of your legs.
That's one less vehicle.
Saw last battle was tough, but recovered fast after it. Yeah, I mean, yesterday was a rough day. We had 2 rough missions, but we're actually having a really good run today. Even though I'm almost broke as usual. Ooh, that Cyclone was lucky. 2 missed light Gauss shots at it.
Armor's holding, Commander.
So, just again, a reminder before we sign off today after this mission. Ooh, that's a Thumper, I think.
We can't take much more of this.
We are playing PvP tonight at 9 p.m. Sorry, not 9 p.m., 6 p.m. Eastern Time. So hopefully everybody can join us. It should be a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun last time. Hopefully it'll be just as much fun this time. Once again, we're going to focus fire on this turret.
Firing full complement on the enemy.
It would help if we didn't miss on the PPC. Sometimes it makes no sense to me. Why would they have a light weapons carrier with sensor lock abilities? You think you would, if you had a weapons carrier, you would want it to be shooting and not sensor locking, but go figure. Oh, that's 2 wasted shots on that silver bullet turret. It's standing there.
Ready for orders.
That turret is not moving. Why are my pilots missing a turret that is not moving?
Confirmed.
Really disappointed in the marksmanship here. Alright, Goggles, can you do the honors on the silver bullet turret? Thank you. Nice. Nice hit. I can always count on Goggles
What do you want?
to hit the target. The rest of you guys are horrible.
Let's make some bad decisions at high speed.
Alright, let's finish off that turret, hopefully.
I'm sober enough to line this up.
Come on. Yes. Alright, there goes that turret.
If they really cared about this
Oh, I think I see a mech over there. Is that a mech? Yes, we at least have 1 mech on the field. Here comes Thunderbolts. Yep, out, out. Stupid Thunderbolts.
Hard hit there. Aye, aye.
Alright, so we have at least 1 mech on the field. That's good. Alright, let's push up with our Orion.
Got it.
Get some LRM-20 out there.
I copy.
Start working on that Thunderbolt launcher. Come on, hit some ammo, hit some ammo. Yeah, that's definitely a thumper turret.
Okay, that hurt. Let's go.
That's definitely a thumper turret that's shooting at us. Unless that mech... No, I wonder if that mech is a Heliopus. It could be.
Position confirmed.
Oh, let's see. No, it's an Orion. An Orion... Yeah, no, just a Orion M. It doesn't have anything unique on it. Alright, let's do a precision strike here. I'd like to try to get rid of these Thunderbolts if I can.
Firing a full salvo.
Come on, hit ammo, hit ammo. No. No good dice rolls on that one. That means we're going to have another round of Thunderbolts here. I'm sure IMG is going to tell me that I'm pushing my Cyclone out too far away from the rest of the
I hear
Lance.
ya.
It's one of his pet peeves.
I read you, Commander. Moving out.
Alright, let's see if we can do a Battle Lord here. Finish off that light carrier. Come on. Thunderbolts, go away. Yes. Thunderbolts, go
Just
away.
out of vehicle.
He would never say it unless I asked, which means he's always thinking
I'm going.
that I'm too far away. Right, we got a precision strike available. Let's use our sniping ability and go for the head.
Primitive.
Alright. Didn't hit the head that time.
I'm on the clock. What do you want? Alright, let's get down to it.
Alright. Let's actually start working on taking out the buildings.
Well, let's hope
Because what I'd like to do is keep that Orion around long enough to take a couple headshots. Oh, more Thunderbolts coming our way. Yep.
Losing armor left and right here.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea, Darker Design. I was already kind of moving to the right. But I agree, that's a good idea.
Full speed.
Because what I want to do with that turret, actually, is to... I mean, with that Orion, I would like to let Goggles get multiple headshots at it and see if we can get a mech out of this mission. I would like to get a second Onion. Oof. Yeah, there's definitely a thunder turret. Or a thumper turret, I should say. Alright, see, this Orion... Oof. Oh, ouch. Alright, so if I can keep my Cyclone evasive...
Aye, aye.
and try to keep him away from direct shots from that Orion... I think I can use the Cyclone to start wearing down the Orion.
Locking on target.
Also distract him a little bit. And then we can get
This heat is strong.
Goggles as many headshots as possible on that Orion.
Moving fast.
In the meantime, we can work on getting rid of this Thunderbolt turret because it's a real pain in my backside. Alright, let's do Precision Strike.
Roger
Come
that.
on, hit some ammo, hit some ammo. No ammo. It's always nice when it hits some ammo and
Yes,
just
Commander.
pleasantly goes boom.
I'm your spaniel.
Alright, we're going to keep the Huron Warrior in position to go after the Orion, but I don't want to destroy that Orion too much. Let's see, we can go after that heavy laser turret. Oh, shot wide, shot wide. Come on, Goggles.
My life is now devoid of meaning.
Goggles, what was that shot?
What do you want? All right, let's get down to it.
Alright, let's see. Let's see, we can do multi-target here. Come on. Come on. Alright, B. Alright, so we're going to put MRMs into B, and we'll put SRMs into A, and hope we can hit some ammo
Get some.
on that weapons carrier. Yes! Vehicle destroyed. And a couple hits on that laser turret. Not as much as I would have liked. Alright, see what the Orion does. Alright, he goes after our Dervish. He can take it for a little while. Not for much longer, but for a little while.
Ready for order.
Because I'm trying to build up headshot abilities so we can go for the head. Ooh, our Orion... Let's see. Let's keep going after the buildings.
Firing on target.
We're going to have to take them out eventually anyways. But I want to save my headshots, my opportunities to take out that Orion with some headshots. Yeah, Andre, that is something that Bloody Doves is working on.
Ready for orders.
Rogue Tech already has the ability to use vehicles, but it's very glitchy. So, Bloody Doves actually wants to see if the... Oh, there we go. There's the Thumper turret. Bloody Doves wants to see if they can get rid of the glitches on vehicles before he adds vehicles to the game. Will I be using vehicles? I'm sure there's going to be some vehicles that I will use, especially if I do a fresh start. I think it would be really cool
You betcha.
if you did a fresh start and you had to use vehicles as your fresh start. I didn't like battle armor as your fresh start because you couldn't be fast.
Tell me what to shoot.
But I think if you had vehicles, so you had decent evasion, I think you could start successfully with vehicles. So I'm hoping when they come out with vehicles that we actually have the ability to do a vehicle-only start. I think that would be a cool story for a mech company, starting out with vehicles only, and then you end up... Alright, we can do precision strike here. We're going to go for the head again on the Orion. 7% chance.
Confirmed.
Not even close.
I'm on the clock. What do you want?
So I think that would be a cool start if you started out with vehicles only. At least they have evasion. Hey, we got 100 bits. Thank you, Phoebosians. We really appreciate that. And you donated a sub. Oh, yeah, let's see, and sub. You got gifted a sub. Thank you for using that on our channel. We really appreciate that. You're doing an 8 PPC tank, IMG. That's going to have to be a pretty heavy tank to hold 8 PPCs. I mean, I know the Shrek carrier has 3 PPCs.
Yep.
But the idea of putting together that many PPCs is pretty crazy. Alright, let's keep working. We need to work on that Thumper turret. Here. Nice hit percent chances here. Try to wear down the armor on that Thumper turret. 2 Thumper artillery turrets in that turret. That's nasty.
Critical hit. Bad one, I think.
Well, I think with BTA, the rules will be there because in BTA, the vehicles, I think, have this evasion to stay in a fight. So I think you could make vehicles work.
Waiting for orders.
Which I think would be really cool.
Acknowledged.
Mad Scientist IMG is already figuring out how to get the most out of those vehicles. It probably won't fit, but it will be fun.
Good
Yeah,
to go.
I think vehicles will be a lot more fun than battle armor. I was used to battle armor in Rogue Tech, which was actually very viable, but especially because it had elemental armor, which is very evasive. The battle armor that BTA added was not evasive at all. That was the big negative.
I'm receiving you.
The lack of evasion made it really not a viable option. Alright, let's keep going for headshots on this Orion. At some point, we're going to hit the head. Come on. Hit that head.
Confirmed.
Yes! Head hit! Nice. There goes that Orion. We just picked up an Orion. Thank you, Goggles. So glad that we put Precision Strike on Goggles. We now have an Orion, folks. All right, that was worth it.
All right, let's get down to it. Well, let's hope they have insurance.
Good to go.
All right, we got some turrets to take out now. Now that we took out that Orion, let's take out the last of these turrets. That Thumper turret needs to go. Yes, there goes the Thumper turret.
Turret. Just
So the fact that we just picked up that Orion
hit 'em hard.
is great news.
Acknowledged.
Great, great news.
Target acquired.
I either have 4 or 5 picks.
What can I
So
do?
I am getting that Orion.
Moving out.
There's also a Thumper turret. 2 Thumper turrets available, but
Firing on
I think I have to take the Orion.
Waiting for orders. Taking the shot.
Good shot, Commander. Enemy structure down.
Right.
What do you want? All right.
So, IMG, are you going to be eating your much delayed salad on our battle today?
Well, let's hope they have insurance.
Standing by. Roger.
Yep, so we'll have 2 Orions after this mission.
Roger that.
Thanks to Goggles.
Get to the LZ for extraction.
Now the question is, do we
Yes.
set up the Orion to be a sniper? Or do we keep the Huron Warrior as our sniper? I kind of like the fact that it's... the fact that the Huron Warrior is our sniper means that it's kind of ignored on the battlefield a little bit. Because the enemy usually goes after heavier targets. You deleted your Mech Warrior Online?
Waiting on
I haven't played Mech Warrior Online for over a year, but I think they did it. They did a really bad deal for Chaotic Gaming. So just so you know, Chaotic Gaming has been trying to highlight that there's a lot of issues with Mech Warrior Online. And he was doing that by playing certain ways that are completely within the rules of their broken game. They've decided that they're going to ban him from the game, even though he's playing completely within the rules, because they don't like him pointing out that their game has issues. So they're calling him disruptive. But unless they could show that he's breaking the rules in some way, which they haven't, I think it's not cool at all that PGI has... Do we have to get to the evac zone? We should... All the enemies should be killed. Don't make me evac.
Waiting for orders.
Alright, help me out, guys. Do you see another enemy? Or is this just glitchy and I have to...
Warning. Enemy reinforcements
Oh,
detected.
that's why. Reinforcements. That's why. That's why we got reinforcements coming. Alright, let's head to the evac zone. If the reinforcements are worth getting at the end, then we'll go for the reinforcements. If they're not, then we won't.
Heading out.
Frontier Development did the same thing to someone in Elite Dangerous.
Good to go.
What was the story with Elite Dangerous? Was he pointing out bugs
Got it.
and playing within the rules, and they still kicked him out? Because I think that is a real abuse of power.
Onward.
8.4 just dropped. Okay, so we're going to update to 8.4 to play on Monday.
All right, let's get down to it.
Wow. He made a website, his own website,
On my way.
and they banned him. So he wasn't even doing anything in the game that was quote-unquote disruptive. He was just telling them issues with the game, and they decided to ban him. So that's really... I think any game developer that does that sort of thing is just horrible. Yeah, I don't think we're actually getting reinforcements dropped.
All right, let's get
I think there's just a glitch telling the AI that there's enemies on the field, which is not letting us end the mission. So 8.4 just dropped, everybody. So that gives you, amongst other things, the ability in the mech bay
I
to
hear ya.
permanently adjust the order that your weapons fire. It does not impact tag or other support weapons that get sensor locks, because that's a different dice roll. But it does allow you to, for example, you could shoot your medium lasers before you shoot your AC. So theoretically, your medium lasers could punch a hole through armor, and then your AC can go in and do stability damage. Whenever you mention his name on their streams, they ban you. Wow.
Waiting for orders.
Wow. So he's kind of this mytholog. Does he still run his website? Because I think when
Knowledge.
game developers do this sort of thing, they really shoot themselves in the foot, because then
Moving.
the community just gets really irritated with them. MechWarrior isn't a very good game anyways. I won't be going back. Yeah, that's true, IMG. I have not played MechWarrior online for 2 years. I did play a lot of it before BattleTech came out,
Successful.
but I haven't really been back there on a consistent basis. Maybe on a whim I would play for an afternoon, but it's really not the funnest game, because pretty much either you get a good team and you win, or you get a bad team and you get wrecked. And there's really no way to adjust for that. He's become Voldemort! Chaotic Gaming is kind of like Voldemort now. But the funny thing is, he's actually getting real growth in his channel because they cut him off. Alright, so no significant damage to our mechs. A little bit of damage to our Cyclone. But we're getting an Orion. Alright, so it's the Orion M. It's not my favorite Orion, but, you know, it's 75 tons. So we're going to take the Orion. Alright, so we got the Orion. Ooh, MRM 30. We really need that for our Dervish. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Now we're talking. He's pretty notorious. So when you say notorious, was he not so when he was notorious, was he kind of like a not so friendly player? Did he do things that were kind of bogus? One thing about Chaotic Gaming, Chaotic Harmony, is I think he's a pretty good guy who's just pointing out some key issues with the game the only way he can. So I don't think he's a jerk in the game. I think he's just playing the game to win. And usually the people that say he's dirty or whatnot, it's usually people that just don't like how he plays the game. All right, so we can put together the Orion K or the Orion M. We're going to put together the Orion M.
That mech is ready to fight, Commander.
All right, so now we have two Orion. We have an Orion MA and we have an Orion M. So let's look at this Orion M and see what we can do. All right, it's got a... We're taking this Narc launcher out. Yeah, we're actually going to rebuild this thing quite a bit. Let's take out all these missiles. We're not going to put ammo in the torso, so we don't need case. I'm going to take out the LBX-10. Alright, so we got a lot of tonnage to play with here. So we're going to put... let's put a Gauss. Putting on a Gauss instead of the AC-10. All right, we got 7 tons left. We're going to take off the LRM-20. Ganker is applied to him. So if I'm not mistaken, Camper, Ganker is somebody who maybe ambushes inexperienced other pilots. Is that fair to say? I think that's what ganking refers to. All right, so we got an MRM-30. How much tonnage do we need for that? We need 10 tons for that. So we got the MRM-30. All right. All right, we got the MRM-30. So we need some ammo for that MRM-30. So let's do that. MRM-30. All right, we're also going to want to put in the armored cowl. And we have Apollo. Oh, we can't do both. So we'll just do the Apollo for that MRM-30. Attacking weaker players. So, you know, I don't really have a big problem with people playing the game as it's supposed to be played. Attacking weaker players. Yeah, I mean, what are you going to do? People like to play the game. So, alright, so we got medium lasers. Alright, what else can we do on this sucker? Let's take out these ER mediums. We're going to put in those ER medium lasers. Give us a little extra range with this Orion. We still have 6 tons available. Let's do a reloading rocket launcher. Just to give it that 2 shots with a lot of firepower. I like to have that option. Yeah, that's part of the game. You know, I can't remember how many multiplayer games I've played where you just get wrecked until you learn how to not get wrecked. I mean, that's part of multiplayer IMG. I haven't seen a multiplayer game where you don't, unless they have a separate area for the new players, usually you have to learn the hard way. And I've done that plenty of times, and I've never felt like it was unfair. do another reloading rocket launcher 15. As you can see, that really boosts up our firepower. Let's see. Do we have another ton of MRM ammo? I want to make sure we don't run out of MRM ammo. No, we do not. Okay. Alright, so rocket launcher. Let's up the armor. Yeah, we can up the armor. Okay, so we've got our Gauss rifle, MRM 30, 2 reloading rocket launcher 15s, and 2 medium lasers on this bad boy. I think that's a pretty nice build for an Orion. Let's see, any other equipment? How about our heat efficiency? You know what? We're pretty close to heat neutral. Let's see, I could take a little bit of tonnage off the legs to get closer to heat neutral. Let's see. Put in a double heat sink. Take a little bit of armor off the rear. Can't go below 100. Oh wait, we've got LBX ammo here I don't even need. Duh. Alright, that fixes that problem. Heat efficiency. Oh, we're so close. Let's put in another double heat sink. And we'll take a little armor off of the one arm I don't really care that much about. There we go. All right, 11 days, we're going to have one heck of an Orion.
Right. I'll get it in the schedule.
All right, so that's going to do it for this stream. We went a little over, so we're over 3 hours. So thank you for joining us. We will be back with Battletech Skirmish Mode PvP at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, 3 p.m. Pacific. IMG will be your host and streamer, and I will probably be trying to even the odds of our friendly competition. I've got quite a battle ahead of me to get to even in our little friendly competition. But we'll see if we can make that happen today. I will talk to you next time.